Hi everybody, this is the week 2 overview for EDU 515 Instructional Leadership for Fall 2, 2018. This week's topics include leadership styles and enlisting others in a shared vision to generate buy-in and support. And the learning outcomes for this week include analyze the visions of good leaders and develop a personal vision for instructional and transformational school leadership, and develop an understanding of ways and means through which good leaders sustain their motivations, commitments, and good health while practicing professional, ethical, and personal responsibilities. Communicate opportunities for positive change in the diverse culture and climate of schools today so that all stakeholders will value a vision of excellence for learning. And conduct research on a topic of educational leadership that applies to the need for school improvement in their current work setting. So this week we will be exploring leadership styles and learning about how to enlist others in a shared vision to generate buy-in and support. Concordia would like us to remind you to set aside daily work time for your course. We know that you're working professionals and that you have other commitments besides work and school, but do plan to spend 6 to 10 hours each week for the duration of this course. And if you pace yourself, you'll get into a habit of not getting behind. If you have any questions or if you need any assistance in making plans or prioritizing assignments, I'd be happy to give you some guidance on that. Please feel free to contact me by email or by telephone. There really is a lot of reading in this course. Let's review the readings and videos for this week. First, we have 2 chapters from our textbook, Clausewitz and Posner. And then we have an article, What Makes a Leader? To access that, you of course click the link. We also have 3 videos, How Great Leaders Inspire Action, Daniel Goleman introduces emotional intelligence, and social intelligence and leadership. To access each of those, click the appropriate link. This week's Christian message is from 1 Peter 4:10. Participate in it if you choose. Let's look at this week's discussion board by clicking on the link. This week's prompt is, how does the presence or absence of emotional intelligence impact a leader's ability to enlist students in a proactive vision of his or her educational experience? A small reminder that your initial post is due on Thursday by midnight, and by Sunday at midnight you should respond to 2 of your peer posts. Do be sure to reference your comments using the readings from this week or other readings that you select. Before we talk about the assignment that's due this week, let's take a moment to look ahead. A few of you have had questions about the reading reflection journal description. The main question that I've heard is, should you include all of the materials from this course? So besides the things that you read in your textbook and the provided article, should you include the videos? And the answer is yes. So each week you should reflect on a minimum of 2 concepts or ideas from your readings, include in there your other assigned tasks. And this journal will be part of your leadership philosophy paper, which will be due during week 6. So be sure that if you haven't started your journal already as part of week 1, that you start now and that you include adequate ideas for each of the weeks going through the course. The purpose of this assignment is to pace your thoughts and reflections so that you have information with which to build your leadership philosophy paper. And in this set of directions, there are a few reminders about the uses of text, how you should paraphrase, how you should make a quotation. There's an example. And here I like to point out the citation in APA format. So if you're looking for one for our particular textbook for this course, you'll see one here. But do get in the habit of using your resources and citing them correctly from the beginning of your courses. There is an engine available for you to use through the library. I would strongly encourage you to use the APA 6th edition manual to also help you create those citations. So the name of the resource in the library is Academic Search Premier. However, whenever you use a tool to create a reference, you do need to get in the habit of checking to be sure that the search engine has given you an accurate reference. There have been some times when the engines create a citation that is not correct. So just like you would use spell check to check the spelling of your work, you should also use these engines with caution. So use them to generate a reference, but then follow the guidelines and check to make sure that the software or engine has done it correctly. And now this week's assignment. Assignment number 2, the leadership style video clip analysis. To access the directions, you have a link. In the directions for this assignment, you will find links to view the first video and then the second video. So we refer to them as the Patton video. You really only need to watch the first 15 or so minutes. And then the Chamberlain video, please watch the entire clip, which is about 16 minutes. This is one of those situations where following the directions will save you a lot of time. That first Patton video is really quite long. So you'll find some directions about analyzing the Patton video and the Chamberlain video, and then you're going to write a 4-page paper following these directions here. Your assignment is due on Sunday by midnight. That's Sunday the 28th. A reminder that you have a resource in the library called the Writing Studio. Plan ahead to finish your paper and submit it to the Writing Studio so that you can get feedback both about your content and about your use of APA citation style. They have a pretty quick turnaround time, and by planning ahead, you can get your paper checked and have time for revisions. That will mean that you will likely get a higher grade in the beginning without needing to submit revisions. And it will also allow me to give you better feedback about your content rather than on your writing style. All right, so this overview video will be available in the week 2 link. It will be right here as soon as I upload it. Again, if you have questions, don't hesitate to contact me.